Hey, cool cats. I've got a unique treat for you today. These are some pages from a vintage Pokemon binder. These are over 25 years old. I have some cool things to point out about how they were stored. These are specifically from my childhood, and these are some of the more odd cards, extras, commons, cards I just generally played around with and tried to make a cool binder with, despite lacking any of the extra cool shiny cards. I've discovered some sweet gems in these before, so I wanted to share the process with you. This Pikachu is a little dented up here. My camera doesn't catch it very well, but that is part of the folly of these older 3-ring binders. The cards stored closest to the rings would often get dented or indented when stored for a prolonged period of time. So this guy's pretty dented up, but he still deserves to go into a sleeve. Meanwhile, this Metapod we got in the center here, and just look at how these peel away because of how old they were. I didn't even put any sleeves on these as a kid, but 25 plus years later, they're still in pretty great condition despite being stored suboptimally, some might say. Even still, I think it looks pretty great. In the back, there's only a little bit of chipping toward the bottom right. Looks pretty good for a card this old. This Rattata, on the other hand, is going to look like pure garbage. I used this card a lot when I was younger. I played around with it in many of my decks, and I probably wouldn't recommend scratching any vintage cards like I do, but it's an unlimited print Rattata, so I'm feeling pretty okay with handling it like this. Well, it's pretty cool that it's got a resistance to Psychic, but other than that, like I said, pretty rough around the edges, really whitened. This next card is actually really interesting. This is one of those tops cards for the Mewtwo Strikes Back movie. It has a little scene from the movie where Team Rocket discovers the clones! 3 exclamation marks. The back is kind of hard to read, but it says, Team Rocket looks on in fear as they watch the stolen Pokemon get deposited into the Pokemon replication system, and a clone of that specific Pokemon is spat out into the bioorganic test tubes, silently awaiting its master's command. Ash desperately tries to free the captured Pikachu, hanging onto the dark Pokeball for dear life as the two are pulled into the cloning machine. I mean, that's pretty epic description for kids. But yeah, if you want to watch me pick through more of these, please comment for more. And as always, please like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.